Hello, everyone. I'm Karen Rose Cercone, and I'm here to give you an update on the NextGen Transition Task Force project that I am co-chairing with Hillary Creeley. I've been asked by a lot of people where we're at in the transition to our new academic structure, and I'm happy to say that we've made a lot of progress over the past month. We've created a steering committee and a task force, as you heard Dr. Creeley and Dr. Moreland tell you a few weeks ago. Those groups have now met, divided up into work teams, and issued over 100 recommendations on what we're calling our Priority 1 urgent tasks. These are the simple logistical things that we need to do in order to open our doors in the fall in the NextGen configuration. No major decisions were made by the task force during this phase of our work. Instead, we identified deadlines, important updates that needed to happen to our computer systems, and some of those have already started happening, as many of you have probably noticed. You can see the entire set of recommendations posted on our transitional webpage, and I will also be creating some focused guideline documents for college offices, departments that are merging, programs that are in transition, and other units around campus so that they can see what they specifically need to think about and produce in the next few months in order for us to successfully open in academic year 21-22 as the IUP NextGen University that was laid out back in the fall. What I want to tell everyone about now is the next phase of our work, which in many ways is the more important phase. It consists of actually surveying the landscape in which IUP sits right now and making recommendations about the best way forward, grappling with many of the issues that our university has been facing and will continue to face over the next few years. In order to produce these recommendations, which are not mere logistical deadlines and tasks, they are actually decisions about the best way forward. Dr. Creeley and I, in consultation with our steering committee, have decided to form 5 larger groups that we're calling coordination councils. These will be very reminiscent of some of the middle states committees that many of you may have served on between 2014 and 2016, when we really scrutinized how IUP did certain things and how they could do them better. In fact, we are getting closer to our next middle states accreditation. It will occur starting in 2023 and culminate in 2025. So this is actually a very good time to take stock of some of these larger questions, really gather feedback from the university community, and issue recommendations to the president and provost about what we feel would be the best practices and the best solution for IUP on some of these issues. Let me describe what these 5 coordination councils will focus on. Each is different, but they will all operate on the same timeline. We're thinking that they will begin work this spring with a selection of members and co-chairs. They will continue off and on throughout the summer, whatever is appropriate for that particular task, whether that's gathering information, creating questions for a survey, or consulting with stakeholders. And then in the fall, they will begin meeting, holding open forums, focus groups, getting survey data, looking at our peers and competitors for best practices, and then gathering all of that information together to issue a recommendation in the form of a white paper, probably near the end of the fall 2021 semester. The 5 groups are: one that will look at our student support services, primarily with an eye toward our academic support services as provided in the past through the University College, Ask at IUP, many other initiatives that we've created to support students, help those who are undecided about their careers, help those who come in with skills that aren't quite up to some of the college courses they want to take, and everyone who needs academic support. And of course, with the COVID pandemic, hopefully behind us next year, there may be even more that students that group will need to serve. So that's our first coordination council. The second one, we'll think about and brainstorm about what an IUP NextGen Campus physically looks like. Does anything move? We're not currently planning on moving any departments or even very many classes in the fall of 2021. But as time goes on, as departments integrate, as programs evolve, there may be ways in which our campus itself can change to make the IUP NextGen University more successful. So this group will be investigating and exploring those possibilities. Our third group is going to look at budgets and planning. We've operated for a long time very reactively, just waiting to hear what the state will do with us and then doing our best to cope with that. Middle states, of course, wants us to be much more proactive and connect our budgets and planning to our overall mission and our strategic plan and our educational focus. So this group, in many ways, will be setting the stage for us to have a successful reaccreditation with middle states by looking at how we can update, modernize, streamline, and become more proactive with our planning and budgeting processes. Our fourth group is one that many people have heard about and are most interested in, and that's one that will examine our core curriculum. By this, we really mean liberal studies, but also all the ways in which liberal studies, our undergraduate core, is threaded through and underpins our entire educational experience. There are many universities that have updated their liberal studies over the past few years. IUP would certainly not be an isolated example, and it's time to do that. It's time to take a look again at how we deliver that core experience, what it should consist of, what students need to be successful. So that's our fourth coordination council. Our fifth coordination council will take the longest look into IUP's future. This group will explore the areas that we can begin to build on once the integration of NextGen is complete. These include healthcare fields, where we are already strong and we know the demand will only grow in the future. Science, technology, engineering, and math, which can take advantage of our brand new science building currently under construction. Graduate education. We know PASHI has identified IUP as a source of strength in this area for the entire system. And multidisciplinary, multi-thematic new programs where departments that have formerly been separate and may now be together in the same department, the same college, can begin to collaborate and offer new programs that span disciplines and give students the skills they need for a future career. Okay, those are the 5 groups we're going to put together. Now is when I ask for your help. We're going to be sending a survey out to everyone in the university, students, staff, managers, and faculty alike. We would like you to tell us which of these groups you would be interested in working on. We can't guarantee that everyone will get a voting seat on their favorite council. We will try to make these groups balanced, representative, but also effective, working together with folks that we know are good collaborators. So that's who we're going to be looking for. But everyone who's interested will at least be invited to attend open forum of each group and contribute their opinion and their suggestions for the directions that we need to go. So this is truly the point in the NextGen transition where your voice can be heard. Please take the time to look through the survey. It's very short when you get it. Please fill it out and send it back to us. We may be in touch sooner or later, but at some point you will hear back from us and you will have a chance to contribute to this transition process. Thank you very much for staying with me to the end of this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact Hillary Creeley or myself, or use the contact form on our transition website. We do monitor it constantly. Thank you very much.